title cause he knew me since a kid. I cut my granny off and she don't see it how I see it. Got a big mouth, but he lack big ideas. Send him to the moon, that's just how I feel, yelling. It's not enough. Few solid left, but it's not enough. Few that'll reach that, but it's not enough. Say you bigger.
Hail to the Commanders. Hail victory.
Hey. Back, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in. It's a Monday Night Primetime showdown between the Washington Commanders and the Seattle Seahawks.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
Ball is teed up. Joshua Carty to do the honors. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. Fields this one at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is first and 10.
We go, set.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. Pretty good start here for him. 6 yards on that opening play.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. That's a catch, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Handoff running left, Walker. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Has him on the quick hitter. And that will not be enough for a first down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Darnold with it on 3rd and short. He put everything he had into this one. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And 4th and 4 coming up.
For the Seahawks.
He takes it at the 4. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Play action now with Daniels. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
This is Ja'Cory Kronsky-Merritt hitting it for the first time. And he won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ball game.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Finds him on the slant. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
From the gun, Darnold. Hits him on the out route. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
If you're keeping stats, that's now 0 for 2 on keeping drives going, and hopefully not an indicator of what's to come. You know, you don't convert on 3rd down. You're not only playing against your opponents, you start playing with your own psyche as well.
They'll try to throw. It's Darnold. Finds him over the middle. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. So they hit him for 5 yards on 4th down, and they get the successful conversion. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, you'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. The rookie out of Alabama, there on the tackle. 3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. 3rd and long for him here. Short pass brought in. And he needed a little more room to reach that line. The stop is made in time. That brings up 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Now Darnold, 4th down. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 from the 32. Now an inside give to Walker. The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Staying with Walker. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Delivered to the sideline. Smith and Jigba brings it in.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Now Darnold. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
A 29-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And they are able to get their first 3 points of this game.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line.
Ready, set.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Daniels now. Setting up the screen. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Just 3-0 is our score. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They have 2nd down behind the sticks.
19 Tiger. Rambo 80.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And talk about a good game when they needed it. That's 13 on 2nd down. Now only a yard to go here on 3rd.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Ready.
3rd and short, Daniels. It's caught by McLaurin. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Manages a gain of 3 there. And that's good for a Washington first down.
And the Commanders' first down.
And give it to Krosky Merritt. He dodged the tackle. Keeps on moving into the red zone. Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders take a second quarter lead. On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders take a 4-point lead. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Now Darnold off the play action. Little off centers, man, just couldn't adjust to it.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
This is Walker on 2nd. Now, that's not what the offense styled up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Connection made to Shaheed. And he's going to have this out and across midfield, partner, to the 48. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
Seahawks, first down.
They give up the gut to Walker. Good defensive effort here, drives them back across midfield onto their own side. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. And he's taken down at the 30. A pickup of 17. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. go with Walker here. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Throwing here, Darnold. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Commanders will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready up.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes first and 10.
Let's go.
Tight end in motion left. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Buying some time right. Moving right. Airs it out down the sideline. He was looking for Terry McLaurin. So second down coming up.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10. Giving this to Kronsky-Merritt. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, okay, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
Here's a nickel look by the Seahawks. Third down. Throw here. Third down. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down. The Commanders ready for the punt. Not much room, but he's still able to crush it. Picked up at the 38. Gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10. Play fake. Darnold. Defense is there, and he's going down. For the moment, we've got a sack. We do, though, have a flag to sort out first before we can lock that in. Well, that play went for negative yards anyway, so no need for them to accept that penalty. Now, not much scoring to this point since we've reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Blood in the water defensively after that sack. This offense facing second and 23. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. He's trying to push the field. That's complete inside the 35. All the way. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks get some late points and the lead. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes first and 10. On the carry, here's Dameon Pierce. And he's out of bounds after a gain of about 8, so a nice pickup there, second and 2.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, he's such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
Ready? Hot 70, hot 70. Ready?
Krosky Merritt gets it from the gun. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Daniels now on first down. He completes it in traffic. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. Daniels setting up the play action. Chased out to his right. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. That is Nick Emanwari. And the Seahawks will take over as he records his first interception of our season. He steps in front and picks it off. Looked like he missed the spot there, partner. Maybe because he threw it on the run?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Kate. You know, you get set in the pocket. This game is fast anyway. Things are flying, but once you get on the run, it is a whole nother speed. It really becomes advantage defense as they take it away.
No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At the Commanders' 45-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. On the move, headed right. Smith and Chigbo with yet another catch. And he's brought down after a short gain. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I be on my little mouse drug. All that rap to pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All the folks in me, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something quicker. So now I'm all in nickel.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Here we go, Sam.
To the air on 3rd and long. Massive hit, the ball is out! And the Commanders get to it first!
And that is the definition of an impact play from the defense. Everything been going poorly for them, right? They're poised to surrender some big yardage, but one big hit changed all of it and creates a big play on their side instead.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be escorted out right along that 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
All set to go now from the 35.
Come on.
Daniels on first down. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. On the gun, it's Daniels. Through the middle. And they're going to keep moving forward, brought down inside the opposing 30. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Okay, ready?
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. To the air again, Daniels. And he's going to have the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take the lead just before halftime. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games. This sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. From the gun, Darnold. Looking downfield, snagged by Arroyo. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's good for a Seahawks. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. With a quick pass out line. He takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take the lead just before halftime. Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks push their lead to 3.
17. Commanders 14.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away.
For Seattle.
So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here.
Their own 20-yard line.
Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. On 1st down, here's Daniels. Taking a deep shot here. That's caught at the 25. And they are all the way into that red zone. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Ready.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now Daniels off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Pierce up the middle. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. A Mafe bringing that play to a halt.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Third down. Seahawks with 6 defensive backs out there.
Ready.
3rd and long for him here. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a 1st down here. They got the interference call on 3rd down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of downs.
Here we go.
Running it after the penalty. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
1st down, and they go right back to it. They're working a couple yards past the line. Brought down by Leak Willett.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Let's go now.
Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. And he works it forward to the 43-yard line. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Ready!
Out of the gun, Daniels. Looks through and breaks away. Daniels hit and he lost the football. Oh, and they get it back. The play's still live. And he didn't need much after making the recovery, did he? A step or two forward, and he gets him the first down anyway.
Recovered by the offense.
Come on, come on.
Play action now. Daniels. He rolls to his right. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. Give him 25 on that play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Screen pass here for Krosky Merritt. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take the lead right away in half number 2. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Now Darnold off the play action. And the Commanders' rush brings him down. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
3rd and long. Here's Darnold. Defender is there. He knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. Pulled in at the 20. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him.
At their own 21-yard line.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Ready.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. And this one is launched downfield. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. 3rd down coming up.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Daniels throwing on third. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down. On now comes their punter.
3 and out.
Ball taken in at the 36. Escapes a defender. Delivers another move. And he rips this all the way to the red zone. Excellent return.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Quick pass, right side, complete. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag. Working now from the gun. Bails out of the pocket quick. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. Never a pause you want to make, partner. A player injured on that snap, and it is their running back, Kenneth Walker, who's being looked at. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Opening carry of the game for Kimani Vidal. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
All about that defense there. Had them bottled up from the jump. Truth be told, probably lucky they even got back to the line of scrimmage.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. Darnold now to throw. Forced out to his right. We call this a 4-yard pickup, so now the question becomes, Rocky, will they go for this or will they punt?
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
They're going for this from just a few yards out. They could get a touchdown or a 1st down here. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Starting on the ground here, Kronsky Merritt. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
In truth, Kate, kind of felt like he was lucky to get what he got right there. The pressure from this defense to go get that safety, it was on. And that same pressure, we're not going to back down here on 2nd down as well.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Short pass brought in. And this is going to be halted just before he can reach the 30. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Commanders who hold the lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry this through the end. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Pass the 60. Pass the 60. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
They go inside give to Kronsky Merritt. Saw the lane, hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Running once again with Krosky Merritt. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. Third down coming up.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. Third and short.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Okay, the fullback gets you the hard yards. It gets you those first downs on third down. Not too much different than that 3 wood in my golf bag. Just something trusty about it when I really need it.
Here we go.
I'm bringing tight end in motion right. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. That's caught. It's McLaurin downfield. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They get 22 out of that play. And that's good for a Washington first down. We've set it downs from the 37. From the gun, a run for Krosky Merritt. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Here we go. Go.
The give here on second. Who nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. It's a gain of 19 on the play. That's going to give the Commanders a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Sending a tight end in motion left. They'll run here with Pierce. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Come on.
They'll try and punch it in. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
And better luck next time for you. I feel for those running backs because that blitz was drawn up to hit him right in the mouth.
Still lined up at the 6. Here's second and goal.
Let's go. Ready, go. Ready.
He gets it again. And this is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss.
For a linebacker to make a tackle for loss on a toss play like that, yes, it's about speed, but even more so, Kate, that was a perfect angle he took.
Ready.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for third and goal.
Ready.
Back to throw it. And it's incomplete on third and goal.
I'll tell you this, Kate, that's we got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play call back.
A 25-yard attempt.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the fourth quarter when it really matters.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10. Play fake, Darnold. Smith and Chigbo with yet another catch. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on.
Connects with his back, Kimani Vidal. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Seahawks losing by 7. Third and 4 coming up now. Looking to throw. Dump off to his fullback. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're first to 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here he is to throw. Strong running inside the 30. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Headed out right. Ooh, he misfired on that one. It's behind his man. This one misses the tight end. And now it's second down.
You know, Kate, it looked to me like this one, he leaves the pocket, and this is where you're out on the schoolyard, out on the playground, and you're looking for your buddy to find that connection. Unfortunately, receiver QB, they could not find the completion that time.
Back to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Here stay with him.
Here he is to throw. It's complete. Play made by Cup. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks cut it to a point late in this one. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
He fields it from the 8. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this first and 10. Setting up to pass. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 27. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line.
At the 27-yard line.
He'll look to throw it. Has some daylight through the 40. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. Along the right sideline, there's space. And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Washington.
So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal. But you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. A throw right side finds Cup. They're backed up. Not a stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards.
It's a loss of 2.
Now Seattle going to call its second timeout. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Here we go, set.
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Trying to push deep downfield. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Mike Sandra still makes the play.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on 1st down. Designed run. Daniels will keep it. So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
Okay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not